Game 2 about to get underway here from Tom J. New Field in Hartsville, South Carolina. Coker looking for the series sweep against number 7 Carson-Newman. The Eagles looking to avoid the series sweep with a win here in Game 3. It's a high-stakes game for both teams. Coker looking to salvage what was a 6-game losing streak and turn it around into something beneficial with a sweep over a top 10 team. Carson-Newman looking to avoid getting swept. They've already taken their first series loss of the season, trying to avoid the series sweep. We'll take you through the starting batting order for both teams as well as the defensive positioning. In Game 3 of the series and Game 2 of the doubleheader, Ryan Jenkins leads things off, leading off at shortstop. The right fielder, Spencer Williams, bats second. Logan Floyd hits third at first base. First change at designated hitter and cleanup, Tanner Kilgore takes over at the cleanup position. Cole Nathan bats sixth at second base, skipped over the 5-hole hitting third baseman Aiden Gibson. Batting seventh in left field, another change for the Eagles. Braxton Smith now in left, relieving Ryan Bolton, who started at that position twice before. Nicholas Castellana takes over at catcher. He bats eighth, and Trey Miller rounds out the batting order, batting ninth, playing in center field. The starting pitcher for Coker on the other side is Cody Chapman. The right-handed pitching senior is 2-5 on the year with a 6.69 ERA and 35 innings pitched. It's Sereno, Santiago, and Odom batting 1 through 3. Mac Wojak and Peterson 4 through 6. Alfred, Edens, and Poole go 7, 8, and 9. About set to go here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Ryan Jenkins steps into the batter's box, about all set and ready to go. Cody Chapman on the mound for Coker. Sets, kicks the leg, and fires a first pitch ball that misses upstairs. First pitch at 3:11 this afternoon. 85 degrees and sunny skies as there's a blooper into right field for a base hit. It is a leadoff single for Ryan Jenkins here in Game 3 of the series. Winds are blowing slightly harder than they were this morning. 13 miles per hour sustained, 20 miles per hour gusting. Winds are blowing out to left center field. Ryan Jenkins takes a slight lead off of first as Spencer Williams steps into the batter's box. He is a combined 0 for 9 in this series against the Cobras. He takes the first pitch for ball 1. Shows bunt, lays it down, goes up the third baseline, picked up by Poole. The third baseman throw on to first is in time, but it goes down as a sacrifice, 1-3. Carson-Newman enters the contest at 26-11, 15-5 in conference play. Coker at 22-15, 11-9 in South Atlantic Conference action. Coker took the first 2 games of this series, both via the walk-off. A base hit yesterday, then a walk-off walk earlier today. First pitch to the 3-hole hitting Logan Floyd is a called strike. So no balls and a strike with 1 away after the sacrifice bunt to help get Ryan Jenkins into scoring position. The 0-1 to Logan Floyd is a called strike, belt high on the outside part of the plate. Same uniforms for both teams entering this contest with one major exception. The 0-2 delivery fouled back into the screen. Carson-Newman wearing its same jerseys as Game 1, white pants with a navy blue stripe up the side, navy blue belts, highlighter orange tops with a navy blue nested CN logo over the heart, navy blue block lettering on the front and back with navy blue accents as well, navy blue caps and batting helmets with the nested CN logo on the front. The 0-2 chopper over down to the first baseline. It's a base hit past the diving glove of Wojcik. Rounding third and coming home with an RBI single is Logan Floyd. Jenkins comes in to score. And quickly, top of the first, it is 1-0 Carson-Newman. So 2 base hits in 3 batters plus a sacrifice fly gives Carson-Newman the early lead as it brings up the designated hitter, Tanner Kilgore, who in a pinch hit appearance in Game 1 went 1 for 1. Kilgore bats from the right-handed side, pickoff attempt back over to first, but Floyd is back in safely. Kilgore, the native of Kingsport, Tennessee, out of Dobbins-Bennett High School, a .296 batter entering this series, takes a called strike down low for strike 1. One of the biggest power bats in the Carson-Newman order with 4 home runs on the year, which matched Coker's team total heading into this series. Coker has since hit its 5th home run earlier today. The 0-1 offering low and away for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1. They count to the DH Tanner Kilgore. 1 run already in for Carson-Newman to take a 1-0 lead. First lead for the Eagles since the top of the 9th of yesterday's Game 1 contest. Foul ball back into the screen for Kilgore, puts the count at 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes with 1 away. Spencer Williams takes Logan Floyd takes the lead off of first base. Apologies there. The 1-2 offering too far upstairs for Kilgore's liking. Home plate umpire agrees. Two balls, 2 strikes. A kick and fire on a blooper over towards right field. Alford gives chase. It's a tough play. It hits on the line in fair territory. That's a fair ball that Alford couldn't get to, and Kilgore has himself a bloop single down the right field line. Floyd is only able to advance 90 more feet to get to second base. Aiden Gibson bats 5th in the Eagles' batting order. The 3rd baseman in Game 1 of this doubleheader went 1 for 4. A look back towards second. Now kicks the leg and fires a swing and a miss for strike 1. Coker wearing near identical uniforms to Game 1. It's the white pants with the navy blue stripe, navy blue belt, and dark black and navy blue jerseys with Cobras written in navy with white outlines across the front and similar numbers on the back. A called strike outside turns the 0-1 into an 0-2 for Gibson. The main difference comes on the top of the heads for Coker. Typically, it's the navy blue caps with the white fronting. Instead, it is bright yellow caps with navy blue brims, which is the sweep yellow caps. A ball goes upstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. When Coker goes for a sweep, they switch up the hats and go with the yellow. A ball and 2 strikes on the way. A high pop up towards the first base side, but foul out of play. Cody Chapman, the pitcher, has allowed 3 hits in 4 batters. Carson-Newman 3 for 3 in this second game of the doubleheader, with the only out being recorded on a sacrifice. The 1-2 skips inside. It actually hit him, and Aiden Gibson will be given the free pass on a hit by pitch. Bases go loaded with 1 out for Cole Nathan, who has settled in. And the conversation between the 3 umpires who are now converging is whether or not he leaned into the pitch. Three umpires today are crew chief Jeffrey Sumter, Cameron Hayner, and Joshua Nidek. And they will rule that it was not a lean into the pitch, instead a normal hit by pitch, and the bases are indeed loaded. The last time Coker was able to wear the sweep yellow hats in a 3-game series was against Wingate, which they completed the sweep with a 6-2 win on the second game of the doubleheader. Also did so against Emory and Henry, Ohio Dominican. A called strike outside for Cole Nathan. This season, Coker has not failed to sweep an opponent in any opportunity. In 2 chances for a traditional sweep, they have converted. The ball will miss low for ball 1. Now, on the flip side of that, Coker was nearly swept by Catawba, but was able to get a 5-1 victory on the road in Salisbury to avoid being swept themselves. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Bases are loaded for Cole Nathan, who takes a pitch outside for a called strike. One to nothing, Carson-Newman leads in the top of the first if you're just tuning in. The 1-2 delivery, chopping ball. This could be 2. Edens to Santiago for 1. Back to Wojcik. Did he get it? He did. So a 6-4-3 double play puts a stop to the bleeding for Coker and strands the Eagles essentially with the bases loaded. Gibson is out between the base paths. 1 run will score off 3 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base for the Eagles as we head to the bottom of the first next on the Eagles Sports Network. New fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Saboreo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Saboreo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner and the Health Sciences Building. Saboreo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Back here from Tom J. New Field in Hartsville, South Carolina, in Game 3 of this 3-game series between the Coker Cobras and the Carson-Newman Eagles. The Cobras have already clinched victory in this series and are looking for the sweep. The offense will get its first opportunity to take on the freshman phenom Colton Kaysen. And you have to talk about what Kaysen's been able to do this season when you talk about Carson-Newman baseball. Kaysen, the true freshman, is a perfect 9-0, the best record by a starting pitcher in Division II this season, has the best ERA among starters in the South Atlantic Conference, and is a force to be reckoned with. A 2.11 ERA, 9-0 in 55 1/3 innings pitched. Carson-Newman has ridden Kaysen to a 9-0 record, hoping to improve and earn his Division II leading 10th win if he can get it today against the Cobras. Sereno, first pitch, swinging, missing for strike 1. Ixarino leads off and goes against Colton Kaysen, who misses outside for ball 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. One ball, 1 strike The deal from Kaysen back up the middle. Kaysen gloves it, will walk it most of the way to first before finally flipping on to Logan Floyd for the out. A 1-3 ground out opens up the Coker first. Gabriel Santiago, the typical two-hole for Coker, back in the two-hole today, or in Game 2 of the doubleheader. A called strike down low. It's an 0-1. Oh, we have a second. A quick update from Carson-Newman softball taking on Coker in Jefferson City. It is a 9-3 Eagle lead over the Cobras in the top of the 7th. The Cobras down to their final 3 outs. The 0-1 turns into an 0-2 after Santiago fouls one off. The 0-2 missing high. 1 ball and 2 strikes from Kaysen to Santiago. The 1-2 ground ball hit sharply towards short, picked up by Jenkins. The throw onto first is in time on a 6-3 ground out. 2 up, 2 down for the Cobras.
Up next, number 25, Kyler Odom.
Brings up Kyler Odom. Odom had the game-tying RBI single in Game 1 of the series last night. First pitch taken away for ball 1. Nothing doing for Coker so far. It is a 1-0 lead for Carson-Newman after striking first in the top of the first. The 1-0 delivered and called a strike outside. One ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Kaysen sets, fires outside for ball 2. Odom, the designated hitter now in back-to-back games. Outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. A hitter's count to the designated hitter, Odom. So a 3-1 hitter's count. Kaysen sets and fires a foul ball, will turn it into a full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Goes out of play into the trees and into a small residential area down the third baseline. And he swings and misses at the 3-2. It's the first time a Cobra has struck out to any Carson-Newman pitcher today. Odom swings and misses. 3 up, 3 down for Coker in the first inning. Takes us to the second. Coming up next on the Eagles Sports Network, it's the Eagles 1, the Cobras 0.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with her $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Braxton Smith steps into the batter's box. It's the 7-8-9 portion of the batting order. First pitch downstairs will miss for Braxton Smith for ball 1. So a ball and no strikes against Chapman. Ball downstairs puts it at 2 balls and no strikes. So a 2-0 count to Braxton Smith, who's making his first start of the series. The left fielder waits on an offering and fouls one off down the first baseline, but playable. Reaching over, but this one will land out of play onto the soccer lacrosse field for the first strike of the at-bat. Two balls and a strike. Wind up and offers for strike 2. Right down the pipe, but no offer from Braxton Smith. Smith, the starting left fielder, takes over the spot of Ryan Bolton, who's been in that position so far this series. He faces a 2-2 count. The offering is hit foul and out of play again onto the turf field that adorns the right field line. Two-two offering to Smith, a bouncing ground ball foul up the third baseline and lands into the hands of the on-deck batter, Nicholas Castellana. Castellana is on deck, Trey Miller in the hole. Two balls, two strikes to Smith. The offering is hit in the air towards center field, playable for Sereno, who will reach up and make the catch. One up, one down here in the top of the second as Braxton Smith flies out to center field. Castellana gets his second at-bat of the series after coming in as a defensive substitution in Game 1. High and tight, takes a first pitch ball. Actually, it will be Castellana's first at-bat of the series after Braxton Smith pinch hit for him in the 9th inning of Game 1 of this doubleheader. First pitch well outside for ball 1. The count to Castellana, the catcher, who was typically the 5-hole batter. It seemed like he wasn't going to move from that 5-hole position, but after he started to struggle offensively, slipped down and eventually off the lineup card as the ball misses outside for ball 2. Was not in the starting lineup as there's a called strike down low. It's a 3-1 count. So Chapman waits, fires a 3-1 that turns into a 3-2 as Castellana swings over the top of it. Now, of course, Castellana is still a regular part of the lineup, getting the starting nod here in Game 3. But Frankie Delgado is starting Games 1 and 2. Payoff pitch, fouled back into the screen. The Eagles are doing a pretty good job of working that Chapman pitch count up. Now above 30 pitches here in the top of the second, with still another batter to face. 3-2 payoff, fouled back. Castellana stays alive. Carson-Newman making the return trek to Jefferson City at the conclusion of this game 6 innings from now. 3-2 on the way. This is outside for ball 4. Castellana gets the free pass via the walk. It's the first walk surrendered by Cody Chapman today.
Up next, number 7, Trey Miller.
Trey Miller at the bottom of the order. Carson-Newman still not out of the woods of this 5-game road trip in which they have yet to win a game. We'll have a midweek non-conference contest at UVA Wise coming up on Tuesday. First pitch taken outside for Trey Miller for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. The offering to Trey Miller is a called strike outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Something to keep our eyes on, especially when Carson-Newman is in the field defensively. The Carson-Newman pitching staff has held opposing offenses to either 2 runs or less in 16 games this season. A big part of that is Kayson's effort in 9 starts so far. Miller pulls back on a bunt attempt. Peel down, says no swing, says the first base umpire. Well, how about this for a little statistic? 16 times that Carson-Newman has allowed opponent to 2 runs or less. Over the past 2 seasons combined, Carson-Newman has only allowed opponents to 2 runs or less 15 times. 2-1 offering to Trey Miller is a called strike inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out and a runner at first is Nicholas Castellana, who drew a walk on a full count. Two and two, lifts the leg and fires on a ball outside. Count is full to the second straight batter. Castellana drew a full count and eventually drew a payoff pitch walk. Trey Miller gets a full count. Spirit fingers from the Carson-Newman dugout on the third base side. The 3-2 is flared foul out of play. On a gorgeous day for baseball, 85 degrees and sunny. Some may say it's a bit warm, but for the people who grew up in the South, it is just right. Three-two payoff pitch, fouled back. I will say there's a bit of jealousy coursing through my veins. There's an Italian ice truck over in the grassy area on the first base side, and I'm a little upset with myself that I didn't reach over in between games and grab some Italian ice. A ball upstairs. Trey Miller will draw a walk. Back-to-back batters draw walks, and it's runners at first and second. Now, that being said, a big thank you to the Carson-Newman parents, each and every one of you who bring food, whether at home or on the road in between games of the doubleheader. I not only speak for myself, but the coaching staff, our incredible bus driver, as well as all of the players on the team, that it is so appreciated. Even if not everyone says thank you, it is so truly appreciated. First pitch to the leadoff batter, Ryan Jenkins. He takes a ball for ball 1. An incredible local sandwich shop. I believe it's local. That was the Eagle meal between games. .0 offering downstairs, taken for ball 2. Carson-Newman's football spring game occurred earlier today, this morning, with the orange defeating blue 20-9 in the spring game earlier. 2-0 turns into a 2-1 with a called strike at the letters. So 2 balls and a strike with 1 away, 2 runners aboard. Ryan Jenkins 1 for 1 today. Make it 2 for 2 as he singles through the right side of the infield. Rounding third and coming home is Castellana. A bullet of a throw home. He's tagged out. And the ball is held onto by the catcher, Mack. So Alford showing off the cannon in right field. It's a base hit for Ryan Jenkins, but it takes away an RBI as Castellana is chopped down heading home. Trey Miller is only able to take another base, so it's still runners at first and second, but this time with 2 outs as it brings up Spencer Williams. Williams a combined 0 for 9 in this series against Coker. And a lot of times you hear the phrase, and I'm guilty of it myself, of he's due for a hit. Well, when you're 0 for 9 as good of a hitter as Spencer Williams is, he's due for a hit. Waits on the first pitch, offering, which is a called strike away. Just around thigh high on a fastball that found the zone on the outside portion of the plate. Righty on lefty action, the righty Chapman taking on the lefty Williams. The 0-1 on the way, too high around chin level as that one misses on an off-speed pitch, ball 1. One ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Pitch to Williams, comes inside, skips away, and a wild pitch will allow both runners to advance into scoring position. Spencer Williams couldn't ask for a better time for a base hit in this series against the Cobras. Early action going in the Coker bullpen for potential relief of Chapman. 2-1. Sets, kicks the leg, fires, swung on and missed by Williams for strike 2. The Eagles down to their final strike of the inning, hoping not to leave 2 runners stranded in scoring position as it did an inning ago. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 in scoring position. Chapman sets and fires. Williams flares it deep down the left field line the opposite way, giving chase in foul territory. Going down to a knee to make the catch is Peterson to end the inning. Carson-Newman has been limited to just a single run in the inning. No runs on 1 hit, on no errors. 2 runners left on base for the second consecutive inning. It's 2 runners left on in scoring position. Bottom of the second inning. Coming up next on the Eagle Sports Network.
Digital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Back here for the bottom of the second inning. About to get underway here in Hartsville. Either way, a final score from Carson-Newman softball takes down Coker 9-5 in Game 2 of that doubleheader to secure the series sweep over the Cobras. Coker did fight back in the top of the 7th, scoring 2 runs down 9-3, but it wasn't enough. And Carson-Newman takes 2 games from the Cobras in softball. Here's the first pitch of the inning from Colton Kaysen to Jalen Mack. Ball 1 outside. Mack had an incredible game in Game 1 of this doubleheader, including a home run. Mack went 2 for 4, including an RBI on that solo home run. A ball outside makes it a 2-0 count. 2 balls and no strikes from Kaysen to Mack. On the way, checked his swing on a called strike outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Carson-Newman looking for a win here, and then a good performance from either Mars Hill. 2-1 chopping ground ball heading over. That's foul. 2-2. Looking for a performance from either Mars Hill against Lenore Rhine or arch rival Tusculum to do well against Catawba. With a win from either one of them, it would at least force a tie for first place in the conference after Carson-Newman's 2 losses to Coker. Take a look at it. The South Atlantic Conference scoreboard, where things are not going Carson-Newman's way through the first little bit of today's action. 2-2 delivery, bouncing ball back up the middle, gloved by the shortstop Jenkins. Throw on to Floyd is true in time for a 6-3 groundout. Rocco Wojcik, the first baseman, wears number 2, steps into the left-handed batter's box to take on the right-handed pitching Kaysen. One gone in the bottom of the second of a 7-inning contest. Coker looking for its first base runner of the game. A foul ball lifted well out of play towards that residential area beyond the tree line on the third base side. Ball outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Scores from around the South Atlantic Conference. Earlier today, Limestone defeats Emory and Henry 8-3. In the bottom of the 8th, Catawba leads Tusculum 13-6 as the 1-1 turns into a 1-2 with a well-foul ball down the left field line. Lincoln Memorial leads Anderson 10-3 in the top of the 9th. LMU looking to even up the series to look for a rubber match later. A run rule victory for Lenore Rhine over Mars Hill as that's slapped into right field. Rocco Wojcik has himself a base hit. It's the first hit of the game for the Cobras. And we'll bring up the left fielder, Luke Peterson.
Number 16, Luke Peterson.
LR took down Mars Hill earlier today, 14-2 in 7 innings in run rule fashion. That game about to get underway for Game 2 of the doubleheader in Hickory between Mars Hill and LR. The Bears looking for a sweep. First pitch from Colton Kaysen to Peterson is fouled off for strike 1. So it's an 0-1 count with 1 away. 1 runner on as Wojcik singled to get the first hit of the game for Coker. The 0-1 offering swung on and missed. Throw down on a stolen base attempt will trickle into center field, but no movement from Wojcik, who settles for the stolen base. It is the first successful stolen base attempt for Coker this series, which is quite frankly unexpected for a team who on average steals about 3 bases per game. The 0-2, fouled back into the screen, keeps the count where it is. Stolen base for Wojcik does put a runner in scoring position for Coker in a 1-run contest that could be extra important if Coker can get Wojcik all the way around. The 0-2. Little dribbler up the third base line and foul ground. It was curving towards fair territory, but Kaysen had the right idea, touched the ball while it was still in foul ground to keep the count at 0-2 and keep the at-bat alive for Peterson. The alternative was that curls its way into fair territory and is likely an infield single. No balls, 2 strikes. Kaysen sets and fires, fouled off. So it's an 0-2 count. Wojcik stands at second base with 1 away. Kaysen takes a look back. Kicks the leg and fires on a fly ball hit towards right field. Tough play for Williams, who charges on, but it lands in fair territory. The Eagles bailed out by a splicing foul ball that just landed about a foot to the right of the foul line. So still 0-2. That was a really dangerous ball. Had that landed in fair territory, would have scored Wojcik easily. And it's 2 potential base hits for Peterson that turn into foul balls. The 0-2 swung on and missed. You can see the dust popping off the glove of Castellana as the fastball connected. Peterson strikes out, second strikeout victim of Kaysen, and it brings up Luke Alford. Alford, the right fielder, looks to collect a base hit and a game-tying RBI with Wojcik still standing in scoring position at second base. It is a 1-0 Carson-Newman lead in the bottom of the second as the first pitch hits the low and outside portion of the plate for the left-handed hitting Alford. Kaysen, the true freshman, picks off down to second. Close play. Wojcik back in safely. First pickoff attempt on Wojcik. And that one was really close. No balls and a strike. A wind-up and deal ground ball dribbler over to the first base side into the Coker dugout. Foul. Series finale between Carson-Newman and Coker. The Cobras looking for a sweep. The Eagles looking for a salvage. The 0-2. Low and away, ball 1, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So a ball and 2 strikes. On the way, the delivery. Did that come in and hit his ankle? It indeed did. Luke Alford hit by a pitch. It's another hit batter by this Carson-Newman pitching staff who has just somehow had a magnet in every baseball they throw towards Coker batters. And it brings up Gavin Edens. Began the series as the leadoff batter, has since slid down to the 8-hole where he's stayed from Game 1 of the doubleheader into Game 2. First pitch, called a strike. So it's a 0-1 count with 2 away, and that 2-out mark is what's most important right now as the base runners really don't matter. It's focusing on getting the batter out, and nothing's more true than saying that is right as that is mentioned, a wild pitch occurs to get Alford and Wojcik into scoring position. So now 2 into scoring position for the Cobras with a 1-1 count on to Gavin Edens. One ball, 1 strike. 2 away, the delivery is fouled off for strike 2. Kaysen a strike away from getting out of the inning unscathed. So you take a look at the sack standings after Carson-Newman's loss earlier have dropped into third place in the SAC behind Catawba and LR. The 1-2 upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The good news or bad news, depending on how you want to look at it for Carson-Newman, is series still to come down the stretch against both LR and Catawba. Lenore Ryan comes to Jefferson City next weekend. 2-2 on the way, high pop-up foul out of play. 2 runners in scoring position for Coker. Alford at second, Wojcik at third. Bottom of the second in a 1-0 contest. Carson-Newman in front. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch from Kaysen downstairs, and the count's full. There is room at the inn with a runner, a base open over at first base. It would bring up Hunter Poole, who's been the back-to-back hero for Coker, with a walk-off hit yesterday and a walk-off walk today. 3-2. Chopping ground ball up the first base line. It's tailing foul. It's ruled a fair ball. Kaysen from his back! How did he make that happen? Colton Kaysen was laying down and somehow, some way made the play happen. A 1-3 ground out strands 2 runners in scoring position. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We're through 2 complete here in Hartsville. 1-0. Carson-Newman in front on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
For Carson-Newman in the third inning, Logan Floyd, Tanner Kilgore, and Aiden Gibson are due up this inning. That combined part of the batting order is 2 for 2 today, looking to extend the streak of success against Cody Chapman, who's back out for his third inning of work. Floyd 1 for 1. He's singled back in the first. He will lead things off here in the third. Chapman's first pitch is hammered into center field, giving chases Sereno. It's the right fielder Alford who will make the catch just in front of the scoreboard in right center field. Brings up Tanner Kilgore, who's also 1 for 1 today. Singled back in the first, was stranded at second base when the inning came to a close. First pitch, called strike down low. About 4 o'clock, it's the 0-1, called a strike down low at the knees. Been nearly 4 hours since Game 1's first pitch at 11:59 a.m. Now an 0-2 on Kilgore. The delivery well outside and skips away with the glove. Easy take there for Kilgore. Kilgore takes another inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. The Eagles getting a softball doubleheader sweep over Coker, now trying to split a doubleheader in baseball on the road at Coker as a 2-2 foul ball well out of play. Carson-Newman track and field back in action at the Tennessee Invitational over in Knoxville. 2-2 missing low for ball 3. Couple favorable results for the Eagles. The men's 4x100 place a new 10th best time across the Division II level, placing 3rd at the Tennessee Invite. Kilgore smacks one into right center field, but it's the center fielder Sereno who will reach up and make the catch. 2 up, 2 down on 2 flyouts. And brings up Aiden Gibson. Gibson was hit by a pitch, his lone plate appearance of the game so far. The first offering of the Gibson at-bat is a called strike outside. On day 2 of the Tennessee Invite, as a ball will miss upstairs, 1 ball and 1 strike. Oluwafemi Richards and Verrill Sam both placed top 10 in the men's high jump. Richards sets a new season best at 2.03. The 1-1 fouled off for strike 2, a ball and 2 strikes. Brooke Taylor finishes top 10 in the women's triple jump with a new PR of 11.66 meters. And Dawson Jones places top 10 in the men's 100-meter dash with a 10:40, a new 11th best time in Division II. The 1-1 outside, 2 balls and a strike. Two, called strike 3 upstairs on Aiden Gibson. Gibson just took 3 pitches and is struck out. It's the first strikeout for Cody Chapman, and the Eagles go 3 up, 3 down for the first time in this game. Middle of the 3rd inning, we'll see Coker come back to the dish. 9-1-2 due up for the Cobras when we return on the Eagles Sports Network.
When you're sick and tired of fast food and need a fresh home-cooked meal, turn to Lisa's Country Kitchen. Lisa's been cooking up her fresh, never-frozen food for the Lakeway area for more than 15 years. Lisa's cares about her customers. You may enter a stranger, but you'll leave a friend. From foot-long hot dogs to juicy steaks, Lisa's has the best food for the best prices.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Saboreo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Saboreo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner and the Health Sciences Building. Saboreo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This
back here for the bottom of the 3rd. Carson-Newman a 1-0 lead over Coker, looking to keep that 0 in the runs column for Coker is Colton Kaysen, the freshman phenom for Carson-Newman, who's looked so good in Navy and Orange this year. Looking to keep the run going and advance to a perfect 10-0 in conference play. Or in the season overall, make that. It's the 9-hole hitting Hunter Poole, who's walked off the previous 2 games. Poole takes the first pitch for a called strike 1. Poole, the starting 3rd baseman, has batted 9th in all 3 games of the series thus far. We'll take a pitch outside for a called strike, and the count moves to 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes. The delivery to Poole. He chases on it and misses for strike 3. Strikeout victim number 3 for the first time through the batting order for Colton Kaysen.
Next up, number 7, Ixarino.
Back to the top of the order for Coker. Ixarino up to the dish. Serino, a 1-3 ground out to start the Coker offense back in the first inning. Takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Kicks up a fair amount of clay. Now a 1-0 count makes it a 2-0 count as it misses just outside for the right-handed hitting Serino. The 2-0 missing yet again. 3 balls and no strikes. Kaysen behind on the Serino account with Gabriel Santiago standing on deck. The 3-0 called a strike down low at the knees. 3 balls and a strike. Expected to see no swing there from Serino regardless of how well the pitch looked. 3-1 offering, ground ball foul. Count comes full to the leadoff batter, Ixarino, the center fielder. Serino battling a full count with 1 away. Native to Charlotte, North Carolina, will take ball 4 outside. First walk surrendered by Kaysen.
Number 3, Gabriel Santiago.
Santiago comes to the dish. 6-3 was the putout the last time he came to the dish back in the first. Similar hit as to his first would likely result in a double play. Ground ball hit over towards short, but sprinting over to second on a stolen base attempt was Serino on a hit and run, so the only play is at first. Santiago, another 6-3 ground out. Serino advances up to second base into scoring position for the Kyler Odom at bat. Odom, the DH, struck out swinging his first time up back in the first inning.
Next up, 25, Kyler Odom.
So Odom at the dish. Runner in scoring position for Coker. First pitch swinging, fouled off. It looked for a moment like it was going to be spliced into the opposite field for the left-handed hitting Odom, but just caught a piece of it with the edge of the bat, and it tails foul behind home plate. Oh, 1. This one's hit towards the left side. That gets through for a base hit. Will test the arm of Smith, who throws home. The throw is good, but the tag is not in time. An RBI single for Kyler Odom. So it's a game-tying RBI single for Kyler Odom that just gets through the left side. It was an incredible throw from Braxton Smith to the dish, but Castellana's tag was not in time. Not a whole lot Castellana could do. I think no matter who was out there besides pretty much a double-A player could make that throw in time. Ball missing low and away for ball 1. So a 1-0 count to Jalen Mack with a runner at first base and 2 outs. Colton Kaysen has allowed his first run of the contest off an RBI single from Kyler Odom. The 1-0, this one's popped up foul territory. Logan Floyd gives chase, but this one will land on top of the Coker dugout and go out of play. So 1-1 Mack hit a home run, just the 5th of Coker's season in Game 1. He puts a ride into one towards left field, but it's playable by Braxton Smith, who reaches up to make the catch. 1 run will score for Coker in the frame off 1 hit, no errors committed, and a runner left on base. Coker has tied it through 3 innings of play of this 7-inning contest. It's Coker 1, Carson-Newman 1, here on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, Carson-Newman will now have to look to regain the lead back after Coker tied the game in the bottom of the 3rd. It will be Cole Nathan, Braxton Smith, and Nicholas Castellana due up this inning. So Cole Nathan stands in. He grounded into an inning-ending double play his last time up. He grounds one over towards the third base side. Tough play for Poole, who grounds out, picks it up, and fires on to Wojcik for the out. A 5-3 ground out for Cole Nathan. 1 away here in the top of the 4th. Braxton Smith flew out to center field his last time up. He'll stand into the right-handed batter's box. Carson-Newman looking to get another run to get the lead back. A called strike down low puts the count at 0-1. He grounds one over towards the shortstop. Diving glove. Edens has it in his glove. He pops up the throw onto first, skips away. And the throw back from the catcher, Mack, rolls all the way to the pitcher's mound, but I believe this will be ruled as a base hit for Smith. And it will be an infield single for Braxton Smith despite the diving stop by Edens. Ball is thrown away. Chapman asking for a new baseball. And his request will be approved as Mack tosses him another. It brings up Nicholas Castellana, who walked his last time up. 1 on, 1 out in a tie game. First offering missing low for ball 1. So a ball and no strikes to Nicholas Castellana. Chapman's delivery high and tight for ball 2. Castellana could try to draw his second walk of the game. That would put runners at first and second with 1 away for Trey Miller, who's also 0 for 0, having drawn a walk. Here comes the 2-0. Take it inside for ball 3. So 3 balls and no strikes. Red light on for Castellana. Will not see a swing here. If he does swing, I'll be shocked, and I think so will Tom Griffin. So we'll see if he can locate. He cannot. Does Chapman. It comes in, actually nearly hits the knob of the bat, and it's a 4-pitch walk to Castellana. So runners at first and second with Trey Miller at the plate. I would personally be surprised if we saw a swing from Trey Miller prior to a called strike. However, Griffin giving signs. Cody Chapman on the hill for Coker. A look back towards second. Shows bunt this time, pulls back, and there's the called strike. Miller was looking to lay down a sacrifice bunt that would have put 2 runners in scoring position, but it would have been 2 outs in the inning. Here's the 0-1. This one's blooped towards the first base side, but foul for strike 2. Sun-soaked field. The only shadow that's in fair territory is one of the light towers in right field. Other than that, it is all direct sunlight on the field of play. The 0-2 offering from Chapman. This one's lifted towards that light tower in right field and will hit off of it. Keeps it at 0-2. Carson-Newman had one of few experiences under the lights that it will have this season last night in what was a game that Carson-Newman would like to forget, a 7-6 walk-off win for Coker. 0-2 delivery, fouled back into the screen. Miller's been keeping the foul balls coming to keep his at-bat alive. First pitched in this third game of the series and second game of the doubleheader at 3:11. Just about an hour old is this ball game. The 0-2 missing outside. Ball and 2 strikes. So a ball and 2 strikes. Runner at second is Braxton Smith. Over at first, Castellana, Trey Miller the batter. The 1-2 offering checked his swing on a pitch down low. No appeal from the Cobras. On a check swing from Miller. Didn't look like he went around by much, but the Coker dugout gave a groan. Two-two. Look back for Chapman at second base. Now fires the 2-2 delivery. It's a hard hit ground ball to short. It's fielded and bobbled by Edens and now throws it away. Into score will be Braxton Smith. Chasing it down is Wojcik. Stopping at third is Castellana. So I think there was a question of whether it was going to be an error on Edens at short when he was fielding it, but it certainly will be one on the throw. So Miller reaches on an E6. Castellana will get up to third. Braxton Smith in to score, currently unearned. 2-1 the lead for Carson-Newman. Back to the top of the order with Ryan Jenkins. Miller takes a lead off of first. Castellana the lead off of third as Jenkins takes a first pitch low for ball 1. In this 7-inning contest, Ryan Jenkins is 2 for 2. The 1-0 runner goes on a hit and run. Jenkins pokes it into left field. 3 for 3 is Ryan Jenkins, and it's an RBI single. Trey Miller took off for second. It pulled Edens, the shortstop, out of his traditional position to go cover the second base bag, and Jenkins poked it right through the traditional shortstop positioning for the base hit and the RBI. Miller, who was already running at time of contact, gets all the way up to third on the play. And a second run crosses the plate this inning. It's now Carson-Newman 3, Coker 1. Shows bunt is Spencer Williams. This one kicks away on a wild pitch. Runner braces for home. The tag is made and ruled out. Trey Miller livid. The umpire barking at him with his decision. Time called, and Tom Griffin wants an explanation. The third base umpire needs to come over and calm the Carson-Newman dugout down. It is 2 outs currently, with a runner at second base and the Spencer Williams at bat, with Trey Miller being ruled out at home, and there will be no appeal. That's where the decision stays. So Miller caught stealing. Jenkins advances on the wild pitch. The 1-0 downstairs will miss 2 balls and no strikes to Spencer Williams. Two balls, no strikes. The delivery. Williams flares it foul for strike 1. Two balls, one strike. The delivery on the way, taken high for ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. A chance to walk Spencer Williams, which would bring up Logan Floyd, who's 1 for 2 today. Hitters count for Spencer Williams, still looking for his first hit of the series. He's a combined 0 of 10. The delivery down the heart of the plate for strike 2 takes it looking. Full count to Williams, 3 balls and 2 strikes. A 2 spot here in the top of the 4th thus far for the Eagles. Comes inside, it hit him in the helmet, would have been ball 4 regardless. Spencer Williams hit by a pitch, and the inning continues. And now time called, as there will be a call to the bullpen for Coker. Time called, and we'll get a new pitcher. Cody Chapman's day is done here in Hartsville. It's a 3-1 Carson-Newman lead in the top of the 4th. We'll take a short break here on the Eagles Sports Network.
My favorite thing about my community? The safety, the reliability, the people. We rely on each other, and we rely on local electric co-op. It's not just about electricity. It's about empowering community, empowering moments, empowering safety, empowering togetherness, empowering knowledge. That's why when I need something, I rely on my co-op. I trust my co-op because the co-op is us. We are the co-op. AEC, member-owned and service-driven.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Well, this is a familiar name. Tyler Satterley back into the ball game. He came in Game 1 of this doubleheader. He only pitched 2/3 of an inning, allowing a hit and a walk. Didn't have the greatest outing in Game 1. Well, he's back for Game 2 of the doubleheader, and he'll have to take on Logan Floyd, with 2 runners aboard and 2 outs. So Satterley takes the mound. He came in the 7th inning, pitched to 3 batters, allowed a hit, a walk, and a fielder's choice, and only recorded 2/3 of an inning, so he comes back in to pitch in his 2nd straight game. Satterley's first pitch is a called strike to Logan Floyd. So Satterley said, "I didn't get enough playing time, coach," and Coker has let him back into the ball game in game 2. Floyd fouls it off for strike 2. Coker winners in game 1 of this doubleheader, 3-2. Carson-Newman with a 3-1 lead here in the top of the 4th of a 7-inning contest. Floyd bounces one over towards third, picked up by the third baseman Poole, who will step on third base for the force out unassisted. Floyd reaches on an inning-ending fielder's choice. 2 runs score, one of them earned off 2 hits, 1 error committed, and 2 runners left on base for Carson-Newman. Middle of the 4th inning, it's Carson-Newman 3, Coker 1. The Cobras look to respond with Wojcik, Peterson, and Alford due up when we come back on the Eagle Sports Network.
We select our insurance companies the same way you do, very carefully. When you work with us, you can count on receiving fast, courteous, and professional service and quality protection through Auto Owners Insurance. For a no-problem approach for your life, home, car, and business insurance needs, ask us about the No Problem Company, Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency at 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown, serving the Lakeway area's insurance needs since 1931.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Colton Kaysen back out for his 4th inning of work.
Coming to bat for your Coker Cobras, number 2, Rocco Wojcik.
Wojcik is 1 for 1 today, singled in the 2nd inning. He'll lead things off here in the Coker half of the 4th. Cobras now have to respond to 2 runs scored by the Eagles. This has been an interesting series thus far. The Eagles have never really been out of any contest. Obviously, when you get walked off twice, you're always in the contest heading into the bottom of the 9th inning. Foul ball hooking out of play. Carson-Newman had a 5-0 lead in the top of the 1st of yesterday's contest. Coker chipped away. Ground ball back to the pitcher. Kaysen couldn't handle it on a hop. He'll turn around, throw it onto first. Kaysen, another incredible defensive play. Rocco Wojcik grounds out 1-3 to the pitcher. Brings up Luke Peterson. He struck out swinging his last time up back in the 2nd inning. Now Carson-Newman and Coker stopped each other from scoring after the 3rd inning yesterday, and it remains 6-5 Carson-Newman for a majority of the ball game until the bottom of the 9th. First pitch will miss low to Peterson. Coker used a combination of pinch hitters and pinch runners, manufactured runs, and eventually it was Hunter Poole, the hero, driving in the game-winning run. Peterson puts a ride into one out into right, but it's playable by Williams, who reaches up to make the catch for out number 2. Brings up Luke Alford, who's been hit by a pitch, still looking for his first official at-bat of the series finale.
Next up, number 40, Luke Alford.
Coker ended up winning that contest 7-6 last night with a 2-run ninth. First pitch, ball high and away for ball one. Now in Game 1 of our doubleheader and Game 2 of the series, Carson-Newman was looking for a victory to even up the series, and after trailing a majority of the game 2-1, ball will miss outside for ball two, the Eagles were able to respond and get a run in the top of the ninth to tie the game at 2-2. Well, Coker wasn't going down without a fight, and with Hunter Poole back up again with one out and the bases loaded, drew a bases-loaded walk to walk off the Eagles for the second consecutive game. Ball comes inside, and it's ball three. A called strike down low, 3 balls and 1 strike. So a 3-1 count to Luke Alford. And then here in Game 4, Carson-Newman struck again in the top of the first. Coker responded in the bottom of the third with a run of its own. So a swing and a miss goes and makes the count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. Carson-Newman scored 2 runs in the top half of this inning in the fourth to now take a 3-1 lead. That one slapped into left field, opposite way hit for Luke Alford, who gets in with a 2-out single. Solid piece of 2-out hitting there for Alford. And there's a runner aboard for the Cobras as it brings up Gavin Edens.
Up next, number 11, Gavin Edens.
Alford, a very slight lead off of first base, being held on by Floyd. Kayson's first offering to Edens as a called strike. Edens 0 for 1 in Game 2 of this doubleheader and the series finale. He grounded back out to Kayson to end the second inning. The 0-1. This one's hit towards right field. Charging in is Williams. But again, Willie Mays, Hayes style, goes the Carson-Newman infield. It's Cole Nathan who reaches up to make the catch. A pop out to the second baseman. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on base for Coker in the bottom of the fourth. We head to the 5th inning next on the Eagles Sports Network.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Top of the 5th inning for Carson-Newman's offense, looking to extend what is currently a 3-1 lead. It's Tanner Kilgore, Aiden Gibson, and Cole Nathan due up this inning. That combined part of the batting order today's 1 for 5.
Number 36, Tanner Kilgore.
Tanner Kilgore leads things off. He's 1 for 2 with a single and a flyout. First offering comes inside and high, but into the zone for a called first strike to Tanner Kilgore. The designated hitter making his lone start of the Coker series in this series finale as he fouls off the 0-1, quickly 0-2. So now the 0-2 to Tanner Kilgore. He swings and misses. 3 pitches, 3 strikes. Kilgore is down on strikes, and Satterley gets his first strikeout in relief. Tyler Satterley out for his first full inning of work after relieving starter Cody Chapman last inning. A lot going on across the banks of Mossy Creek today. 4 events against Coker, with this being the last of which. A ball downstairs will miss. Low, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. The delivery is downstairs again, 2-0. And outside of conference championship season, here comes the 2-0 delivery. A high pop-up into center field. Sereno is underneath it. Will wait for it to come back down to earth. Finally does and reaches up to make the catch. 2 gone. Outside of conference championships, this will be the final meeting in this academic year between Carson-Newman and Coker in any event. Nathan is 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts to the left side. It could be 3 as he grounds it over to Edens. The throw onto first is too high, pulling him off the bag, and Cole Nathan will reach safely. Looked like a routine groundout. Instead, Nathan reaches. And he'll reach on an E6. It is the second error on the shortstop, Edens. Gets him up to 6 errors on the season. And errors 55 and 56 on the Cobras. Swing and a miss for strike 1 for Braxton Smith, the left fielder. Oh, and 1. Ball downstairs. It's 1 ball, 1 strike to Braxton Smith. Now the 1-1. Satterley looks into Smith. Runner goes, a swing and a miss. The throw down from Max skips away, and not in time. It's a stolen base for Cole Nathan. So it'll be a ball and 2 strikes to Smith, with a runner now in scoring position with 2 outs in the frame. The 1-2. This is hit high in the air. Sereno rounds back about 10 steps, but has it in his sights. Sereno will haul it in for his 4th putout of the game. No runs, no hits, 1 error, and 1 left on for the Eagles. In the top of the 5th, we go to the bottom of the 5th, with Coker trailing by 2 runs here on the Eagle Sports Network.
There's new fresh ideas on campus. From Chick-fil-A to Maples Coffee to Saboreo's, Fresh Ideas has tons of high-quality dining options for whatever taste you may need. Saboreo's is open Monday through Friday for lunch and dinner and the Health Sciences Building. Saboreo's features all your Mexican favorites, from burritos to nachos to quesadillas to tacos to anything you can think of in a tortilla. Follow Fresh Ideas on Instagram at Carson-Newman Dining.
This is Carson-Newman men's basketball alum Taylor Hawkins. I want to help your family secure its financial future. I'm with Modern Woodman Financial Planning, where we touch lives and secure futures. Let Modern Woodman protect your family's financial security through life insurance, retirement planning, and financial services. You can contact me, Taylor Hawkins, at cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. That's cneagles.com/Modern Woodman. Help secure your family's financial future through Modern Woodman Financial Planning.
Colton Kaysen back out for his 5th inning of work. It's Hunter Poole, Ixarino, and Gabriel Santiago due up this inning for the Coker Cobras. So Poole will be the first to face off against the freshman phenom. He struck out swinging his last time up, leading off the 3rd. So Hunter Poole waits on the first offering from Colton Kaysen, clad in orange. Takes the first pitch down low on a check swing. It's a called strike regardless. The 0-1 missing outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Counts even as Kaysen looks in, sets and fires outside. It's a 2-1 count. It is a 3-1 contest. Carson-Newman in front of Coker with a 2 spot in the 4th. Carson-Newman also scored in the top of the 1st. Coker scored its lone run in the 3rd. 2-1 missing low. It's a hitter's count, 3-1. He'll wait on a pitch low, 3 balls and 2 strikes. So a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. First batter of the inning, Hunter Poole in the bottom of the 5th. Ground ball hooking back up the middle, unable to be gloved by Jenkins, and Poole will reach. So Hunter Poole will reach. Ixarino, who's 0 for 1, he walked, also grounded back out to the pitcher. So Serino, 0 for 1, will foul off the first pitch he sees for strike 1. The Poole reach will go down as an error on the shortstop, Jenkins. It is the 3rd error on Jenkins today, the 1st in the ballgame. The 2 others coming in game 1 of the doubleheader. The 0-1 delivery is swung on and missed by Serino. The 0-2. Runner goes on a pitch outside. The throw down from Castellana. The tag is not in time, and Hunter Poole will have a stolen base. There's a runner in scoring position for the Cobras. So a runner at second base with a 1-2 count on Ixarino. A ball and 2 strikes. Time is called to get dirt off the plate. A 1-2 count. Poole takes a lead off of second. Dirty jersey from the slide. 1-2 hit in the air towards right field. Coming in is Spencer Williams. He has to come in. Goes down to the ground and comes up with the catch. Makes an incredible basket-style catch. Sliding down to the ground was Spencer Williams. Santiago steps into the batter's box. He bats with one away and a runner in scoring position. He's had back-to-back at-bats in which he has grounded out to the shortstop Jenkins. Takes a pitch for a called first strike from Colton Kaysen. So it's an 0-1 count. Kaysen checks on the runner at second. It's a high hit ball into center field. Coming in is Trey Miller. He'll camp underneath it and reach up to make the play. So after Hunter Poole has gotten to second base, it's been back-to-back shallow flyouts. Not enough to advance Poole up to third, but it brings up Kyler Odom. Odom is 1 for 2. His base hit in the third scored Ixarino for Coker's lone run of the game thus far. And a chance for Odom's second hit of the contest that could cut into the Coker deficit, which currently stands at 3-1. First offering down low for ball one. So a 1-0 count, 2 away. Kyler Odom, the batter, against Colton Kaysen. He fouls it off into the screen. 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away. Kaysen takes a look back towards second, now fires the delivery. It comes inside and will hit Odom in the leg. So Odom extends the inning, maybe not the way he wanted to via a hit by pitch. Does put 2 runners aboard for the top Coker hitter, Jalen Mack. Time is called as Tom Griffin comes out to have a conversation with Colton Kaysen. Would be very surprised if we saw a call to the bullpen here. Kaysen's pitch count is decently high at 82. Coker has done a nice job of working his pitch count up. There is double-barreled action in the the Carson-Newman bullpen. And we'll see what decision is made here. Kaysen, a death grip on that baseball, not wanting to get pulled from the game, especially an out away from getting through 5 complete. It appears to be that this will be a confidence visit, and it will be. No motion to the bullpen, and Tom Griffin is marching back towards the dugout. If you're just tuning in, bottom 5, Coker with 2 runners aboard. Carson-Newman 3 runs on 6 hits, committing 1 error, leaving 7 on base. Coker 1 run on 3 hits, 2 errors, leaving 4. So Mack, an opportunity to drive in a couple of runs with 2 runners aboard and 2 away. Kaysen takes a look back. Now fires inside to Mack for strike 1. The one almost weakness of Colton Kaysen's game is when he allows contact, it's typically pretty loud contact. Allowed a home run last weekend to UVA Wise. The 0-1, this one's hit the opposite way, but splicing and landing foul. So it's now no balls and 2 strikes. Kaysen a strike away from getting out of the bottom of the 5th unscathed. So no balls, 2 strikes, the delivery. This one splicing foul up the right field line again. This one will land on the soccer field and settle down just around parallel with the 18-yard box. over on the soccer field. Two aboard, it's an 0-2 count. Kayson's pitch to Mack. This one's hit well towards left field. Smith charges in, will reach up and make the catch. All 3 outs in the inning come by way of the flyout. It's Smith, Miller, and Williams who each get a put out in the frame. No runs on no hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base for Coker. We're through 5 innings complete on the Eagle Sports Network. We'll take a short break and be back here for the 6th inning coming up next.
Dorm food got you down? Need a home-cooked meal? Then Lisa's Country Kitchen is for you. Lisa's Country Kitchen has been feeding Carson-Newman students for 15 years. Lisa's has a family-friendly atmosphere all day long, from the morning with their $2.99 breakfast specials to dinner with Lisa's fresh, never-frozen steaks. Carson-Newman students get a 10% discount with their student ID.
Lisa's Country Kitchen on Route 92 off Old Andrew Johnson Highway. The best food for the best prices.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Back here on the Eagle Sports Network, entering the 6th inning, Tyler Satterley still on the hill for Coker, entering the 6th, where Carson-Newman is looking to add some insurance runs, up 3-1, looking to avoid a series sweep for Coker, wearing the sweep yellow hats, the yellow hats that they only wear when going for a sweep, have not failed to earn the sweep when wearing them. In danger of doing so, but we've seen Coker come back from these deficits before, which is why insurance runs here in the 6th are so important. As Castellana barrels one up into left field, it drops in for a base hit. Nicholas Castellana, first pitch he sees, he gives a ride out towards left field. It drops in for a base hit, and it's the first hit allowed by the reliever, Tyler Satterley. And we'll get a pinch runner. Luke Goforth takes over at first base as the pinch runner. So Goforth will likely see Frankie Delgado re-enter the game at catcher, as Delgado, in his full catcher's garb, is making a jog down to the CN bullpen up the left field line. Trey Miller, the current batter, is 0 for 1, reached on an error and walked. He shows bunt, lays it down. It's a hard hit bunt back to the pitcher, Satterley. He'll throw it on to first for the out. A sacrifice, 1-3. Goforth, the pinch runner, ends up at second. And it brings up the top of the order, Ryan Jenkins, 3 for 3 singles in the first, second, and fourth. Waits on the first offering, gets a called strike outside. Right-handed hitting Jenkins against the right-handed pitcher, Tyler Satterley, 1 gone in the inning. Ball downstairs, it's a ball and a strike. One ball, one strike, 1 out in the inning. Pickoff back to second, but Goforth is back in safe and standing. Goforth on an island out in second. Pinch ran for Nicholas Castellana. An opportunity for Jenkins to collect his 4th hit of the game. Ball comes inside, and it's ball 3. Make that ball 2, 2-1. For Jenkins, it's his third 3-hit game of the season. He'll take a pitch down low for strike 2, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Has not collected a 4-hit game yet this season is Jenkins. Two and two. The delivery inside for ball 3. 3 balls and 2 strikes. There have been a handful of 4-hit performances for Carson-Newman this year. Trey Miller holds 2 of the 4. Logan Floyd with 1 of the 2 others, and Cole Nathan has the 4th and final. Payoff pitch to Jenkins. This is a ground ball over to third, picked up by Poole. He'll throw on to first in time for the out. First time that Jenkins has been retired today, 5-3. Spencer Williams, the next to grab a bat. He's a combined 0 of 10 this series against Coker. He is 0 for 1 today with a sacrifice bunt, a foul out to left field, and a hit by pitch. A swing and a miss from the first offering for strike 1. So a ball, no balls, and a strike with a runner at second and go forth. Ball too far outside, counts even to Spencer Williams, 1-1. Logan Floyd stands on deck for the Eagles. Right fielder Williams stands in with a 1-1 count. The delivery flared foul up the third baseline and well out of play. So Luke Goforth over at second base. Pinch running for Nicholas Castellana. The 1-2. That's called strike 3. Williams can't believe it. A combined 0 of 11. Strikeout number 2 for Tyler Satterley on his afternoon. Bottom of the 6th. Coming up next, Frankie Delgado will be taking over at the catcher's position when we return on the Eagle Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
We love to cheer for our home teams, like the Eagles. It means more when we're rooting for the people we know. Did you know Tri-Lite is your home team internet provider? We're right here in Jefferson City, serving the people we know with our ultra-fast, ultra-reliable fiber broadband network. And we'd love to serve you. Learn more at trilite.net or by calling 833-847-0824. Go Eagles!
Bottom of the 6th, Coker looking to get a couple of runs in the next 6 outs to at least tie the game with Carson-Newman in this 7-inning contest. The issue has been Colton Kaysen has been doing Colton Kaysen things. Has only allowed 3 hits thus far. Has allowed a couple of Coker batters into scoring position. In fact, 4 of them on the game in total. But other than that, has been pitching pretty efficiently. And more than that, has been pitching primarily to contact 2 times through the batting order. Got 3 strikeouts. All of that came in the first time through the order. Rocco Wojcik leads things off. He'll hit one right back up the middle. First pitch, swinging goes Wojcik. He's now 2 for 3. So Rocco Wojcik gets aboard. A defensive replacement, Adam Wilkerson, the senior left-handed hitter out of Harrisburg, North Carolina, is the next to hit. He'll be taking his first at-bat of the contest. Wilkerson replaced Peterson. Ground ball over to short, picked up by Jenkins. On to Nathan for one, over to Floyd. It's a double play. 6-4-3 in his first at-bat of the game. Adam Wilkerson grounds into a devastating double play. First pitch swinging went both Wojcik and Wilkerson as it brings up Luke Alford, the right fielder. First pitch to the batter, Alford, is down low, has yet to be retired today as Alford, who hit by a pitch and singled, so is 1 for 1 in this series finale. First pitch swinging for strike one. Second pitch swinging for strike one. Counts now even, 1 ball and 1 strike. And suddenly with that double play, it seemed like there was some momentum for Coker down to their final 4 outs of the contest. Ball comes inside. It's ball 2. Two balls and a strike, 2 away. On the way from Kaysen, gets a big swing and miss from Alford for strike 2. Counts even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a 2-2 count on the way. Ball outside for ball 3. Colton Kaysen now extending over 90 pitches in this outing, is a strike away from getting through 6 complete, only allowing a single run to the Cobras. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Colton Kaysen gets his first strikeout since the 3rd inning, and it's strikeout number 4 on the game for the freshman phenom. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and no runners left on base. We head to the 7th. Carson-Newman looking for some insurance when we return on the Eagles Sports Network.
How do you know you're in a community, not just a town? Well, strangers smile as they walk by. They refill your coffee without you asking. And when you ask directions, people offer to walk you there. Communities give more. The way you know when you walk into First Bank that you are in a real community bank. Great products, direct access to your local bankers, and relationships that can last a lifetime. Don't just have an account. Have a community with First Bank. Member FDIC.
Insurance, it's about people, not things. It's about security. It's about confidence. It's about relationships. It's about trust. It's about you. As a local independent agent, Bible Insurance Agency can design an insurance program that's just right for you and your family. Give the people you love safe, sound, secure protection from Auto Owners Insurance. Call Bible Insurance Agency 423-586-4320 or go by 1600 East Andrew Johnson Highway in Morristown.
Back here on the Eagles Sports Network, another opportunity for the Eagles to get a couple of insurance runs here in the top of the 7th. Logan Floyd, Tanner Kilgore, and Aiden Gibson due up this inning. Floyd today is 1 for 3. Kilgore 1 for 3. Gibson 0 for 2. First pitch to Logan Floyd is a ball down low from the reliever, Tyler Satterley. Time called. Ball and no strikes. A look down towards the third base coach, Tom Griffin. 1-0 delivery, a ball downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. The starting pitcher for Coker today was Cody Chapman. Chapman went 3 2/3. Allowed 6 hits to the Eagles. All 3 runs were the responsibility of Chapman as Satterley has shut down the Eagles. A called strike outside, 2-1. Chapman walked 2 while striking out 1. Satterley so far has not allowed a walk while striking out 2. Ground ball chopper over to third. It skips off the glove of the third baseman defensive replacement Farrell. Heading up to second is Logan Floyd, who jogs in with a double. For a two-base play for Logan Floyd as it brings up Tanner Kilgore. It's a two-base error on the third baseman Farrell. It becomes the third error of the contest against Coker. And the DH Tanner Kilgore watches the first pitch go by for strike one. It's an 0-1. Kicks a leg and fires a swing and a miss for strike two. No balls and two strikes, nobody out after the leadoff two-bag error for Logan Floyd. The 0-2, ball downstairs, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Three runs on 7 hits. As time is called, Kilgore goes over to the third base bag to talk to Tom Griffin for a moment. 3 runs, 7 hits, 1 error for the Eagles, leaving 8 runners on base. The Cobras combat that with a run on 4 hits, committing 3 errors, 6 runners left on base for the Cobras in Game 3 of this series. It is the final inning of a regulation, a scheduled 7-inning contest in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Eagles' final chance to add some insurance runs. Kilgore thought he got a piece of it. He didn't. Either way, it ended up into the glove of Mack for the strikeout. Strikeout number 3 for Tyler Satterley. And the second time he's gotten Kilgore. Brings up Aiden Gibson. Hit by a pitch, struck out looking, and flew out, so Gibson 0 for 2 today. First pitch, called strike outside. So an 0-1 after the called strike. Cole Nathan stands on deck. He's 0 for 3 today. The 0-1 offering called a strike outside. It's quickly 0-2. Gibson has watched 2 pitches go by, and he's quickly found himself behind in the count, 0-2. Runner at second is Floyd. The 0-2. Hit foul. This one will land onto the turf field on the right field side. Was mentioning results from the Tennessee Invitational track and field. A ball outside will miss. Ball and 2 strikes. Well, the men's 100-meter dash, what was notable about that was Dawson Jones placed 8th. Well, the winner of that event ran unattached at a 10:03. You might know this name, Andre Morrison, who's having to run unattached due to being ineligible for the outdoor season. Ball downstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Andre Morrison, the 60-meter national champion for Carson-Newman, places first at the men's 100-meter at the Tennessee Invite. Running unattached, so not under the Eagle logo. 2-2. This one's hit over towards right field. It is caught by the right fielder Alford for the second out of the inning. No movement from Floyd over at second. Morrison in that 100-meter heat defeated 2 runners from the University of Tennessee, Deron Dudley as well as Devontae Howell, who placed 3rd and 6th in the heat combined. Javante Harding placed 2nd in the heat, also running unattached. A ball will miss downstairs. A ball and no strikes with 2 away. Runner at second base. Called strike. 1 ball, 1 strike on the fastball that just finds the inside part of the zone. For Coker, it's the 8-9-1 portion of the batting order due up in the bottom of the 7th, which in this game is acting as the bottom of the 9th. The 1-1. Flared over into shallow right center field. This one will drop into Bermuda's triangle for a base hit. There's a play at the plate, not in time. Throw down to second base after Nathan tried to be aggressive and advance on the throw. He's in safely as well. Cole Nathan, an RBI single, advances to second on the throw, and Logan Floyd is in to score unearned. Turns the score to 4-1. Cole Nathan with the RBI single, advancing to second on the throw into the plate from Sereno. Delivery on the way, outside for ball 1. Carson-Newman 4, Coker 1 here in the top half of the 7th inning. Wind up and deal on a called strike outside for Braxton Smith, the batter, who's 1 for 3, a single and a pair of flyouts to center field. A swing and a high drive into left field. Wilkerson, the left fielder, goes back. It will drop into the gap. It's extra bases for Braxton Smith. In to score is Cole Nathan, and it's an RBI double for Braxton Smith. It's now 5-1 Carson-Newman. Trading places is Braxton Smith and Cole Nathan. So it brings up Frankie Delgado, who will make his first appearance with a bat in his hands today, the defensive replacement. He hits one hard in towards the sky and up towards the second baseman, Santiago, who reaches up to make the play. Frankie Delgado pops out to second base, but not before damage is done by Carson-Newman. 2-run score unearned off 2 hits and error, leaving 1 runner on base. It's now Carson-Newman 5, Coker 1, with the Cobras down to their final 3 outs when we return on the Eagles Sports Network.
At InterDigital, we strive to be a leading provider of cutting-edge digital and marketing solutions. At InterDigital, we want to help our clients find success. Our team of technology gurus work together to ensure InterDigital continues to progress forward as technology advances. At InterDigital, we make technology work for you. Visit interdigital.com for IT support, web development, virtual tours, graphic design, internet marketing, mobile app, and film production services.
InterDigital, laser focused on your success.
Serving East Tennessee for 40 years, Magaha Electric is the perfect choice for all your electrical projects. Magaha Electric specializes in commercial, retail, manufacturing, residential, and industrial contracting needs. Magaha Electric can provide superior service, technical know-how, and realistic budgeting for any size project in a timely, cost-effective manner. Visit MagahaElectric.com for all your electrical contracting needs. Magaha Electric, your East Tennessee electrical contracting source.
Bottom of the 7th, Colton Kaysen looking for another complete game. He's looking to go 10-0 to start his collegiate career. That's if he can get 3 outs without allowing 4 runs to score for Coker or more. It is the 8-9-1 portion of the batting order due up this frame for the Cobras. And the Cobras, no stranger to late game dramatics. 2 walk-off wins in this series for Coker. Cam Farrell, who's making his first at-bat of the game, will take a first pitch low from Kaysen for ball 1. The 1-0 is fouled off on the third base side. It skips over the Carson-Newman dugout and out of play. A ball and a strike with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. Coker down to its final 3 outs, trailing by 4, 5-1. A breaking ball cuts inside from Kaysen, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike. The delivery catches the zone outside. Farrell was shaking his head almost to tell the home plate umpire, don't you dare call it a strike, and home plate umpire didn't listen to the nodding of the head and calls it a strike anyway. 2-2's fouled off behind home plate. Five to 1, Carson-Newman leads Coker in the series finale, looking to salvage 1 game of this series. Ground ball hit over to third, picked up by Gibson. The throw across the diamond is an easy one for the first out of the inning. Well, it brings back up Hunter Poole, who's been the hero of both games for Coker. Got the walk-off single yesterday, got the walk-off walk earlier today, and now he will get another chance to bat in the clutch inning for Coker. First pitch swinging, it's fouled off. Carson-Newman's next contest will be on the road at UVA Wise. You can listen to that game on the Eagles Sports Network at cneagles.com/live. Andrew Rogers will have the call for you there. Kaysen's pitch goes wild, skips in the dirt, and somehow lands in the crowd without even hitting the bat. It skips in the dirt and skips all the way up the netting and into the crowd. One ball comes upstairs. It's a 2-1 count to Hunter Poole. Carson-Newman needs just 2 outs to clinch victory and avoid getting the brooms broken out on them. 2-1 on the way. Ball downstairs. It's ball 3-1. 4 hits for the Cobras today against Colton Kaysen, who is looking to extend his win total, which leads Division II at 9. He's hoping to make it 10. Ground ball over to second. Nathan on to Floyd, and he's got the out, 4-3. Cobras down to their final out of the contest. And it's back to the top of the order for Ick Serino, needing 4 runs with out and out recorded. Carson-Newman, 5 runs on 9 hits, 1 error committed. The Cobras, 1 run on 4 hits, 3 errors. First pitch to Serino is low and away for ball 1. A ball downstairs, make that a called strike downstairs, right at the knees for Serino. Ball downstairs, 2 balls and 1 strike. Two and 1. Fly ball, this one's hit down the right field line, and this one lands foul. Just spliced foul. The Cobras are down to their final strike of the contest. For Coker, looking to avoid the first time the sweep yellow caps don't work for the Cobras. The 2-2 on the way, fouled off, and the ball game remains alive. Ick Serino fouls it off to keep the contest going. Sun begins its trajectory downwards as we're past 5:15 in the afternoon. The 2-2 from Kaysen, too far upstairs for ball 3. Should Sereno reach, it would bring up the 0 for 3, Gabriel Santiago. Three-two, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th, and a 7-inning contest. Kaysen sets, fires the payoff. It's called strike 3, and that ends the ball game. Carson-Newman able to salvage a game from the Coker Cobras, a 3-up, 3-down inning. And how about this for Carson-Newman freshman Colton Kaysen? A perfect 10-0. 10 appearances, 10 starts, 10 victories. And his ERA will subtract, only allowing a single run in a 7-inning contest. The handshake line will set up between Coker and Carson-Newman. An excellent series, and credit where credit is due to the Coker Cobras getting the series win against a really good Carson-Newman team. The Eagles will certainly drop in the rankings not only after this series loss, but the midweek loss to Alabama Huntsville. The question is, where will they end up from the Coaches Association, from the Writers Poll, and from D2 Baseball, the media company? Carson-Newman falls in the series 2-1, but salvages a game from the Coker Cobras 5-1 with 9 hits, committing 1 error to the Eagles. Colton Kaysen, 10-0 on the season. That'll do it for our coverage of Carson-Newman baseball here in Hartsville, South Carolina, where one more time your final score in the series finale, Carson-Newman 5, Coker 1 from Tom J. New Field in Hartsville, South Carolina. I'm Tyler Katz saying so long and reminding you to tune in on Tuesday with Andrew Rogers on the call for Carson-Newman's midweek non-conference contest at UVA-Y. So you can tune into that game on the Eagle Sports Network. So long from Hartsville. 5-1 Carson-Newman salvages the series against Coker. So long.